Hello everyone, my name is Andres Felipe Oliveros and today I would like to talk about Intercultural Communicative Competence, or as better known ICC. But first, what is ICC? ICC refers to the ability to understand different cultures through the language. It is important to know that you also can share your point of view or your ideas about different cultures or your point of view of your own culture. ICC is an ongoing process that focuses on the communication and the experiences that you get from different contexts. ICC improves the second language and the language and the culture are linked. For that reason, it creates a new concept that is language culture, and this is used to perform effectively the communicative process. In this case, the foreign language is English. For that reason, there are some authors that provide different activities to take into account to improve the four skills of the language. These authors are Uso Juan and Martinez Flor, and the activities are videotaped cultural dialogues and interviews with native speakers. Intercultural communication may cause sometimes confusion through dialogue and sometimes misunderstanding with native speakers. Why? Because non-native speakers know how to use the language in a good way. For that reason, it is important to apply these activities to improve the language and the use of the language in the context. Language and culture leads to a critical thinking, and for that reason, it is important to have some idea about the culture of the language and as well the context that we are talking about. Why ICC is important? ICC development is consistent in higher education, and for that reason it's important to address the competencies necessary for globalization in students. For that reason, we as a teacher, we have to go beyond academic and professional field in order to improve the language and the culture in each student. Also, it's necessary to take into account the pure concept of culture. As well, it is necessary to acquire the knowledge and the information about the meaning of language as the principal factor of ICC. Finally, it is important to know that ICC can help students to develop relevant knowledge and skills regarding the language and their cultural awareness. Byron's model explains that there is a connection of language and culture, and this connection is acknowledged. Also, the Byron's model explains that there are 5 steps to take into account to the ICC, and these steps are: the first one, savoir, that is the relationship of individual to society. The second one is the savoir-être, that is how to know about others' values and virtues. The third is savoir comprendre, that is the interpretation of things from other cultures. The fourth is savoir apprendre and faire, that is explore cultures and discovery through interaction. And the last one, savoir s'engager, that is evaluate political education and critical cultural awareness. HONA's study focus on teachers and native speakers that need to be aware and respect non-native speakers' difficulties and different ways of communicating. The idea is that teachers produce language learners who can use English as a lingua franca in a way that reflects their local language and their cultures. And Noonan's study focus on using linguistically appropriate language, ignoring the need of cultural awareness. That means that a lot of people with different first language engage to interact with others using English. Noonan's study focus on globalization. For that reason, it is important to communicate authentically, taking into account the motivation and the skill needed to interact effectively with others. ICC in our context. As a future teacher, it is important to promote the intercultural communicative competence in our students. For that reason, it is important to apply or to develop some activities that take into account the last recommendation of different authors and the main definition of ICC. Some activities are learners producing a writing or online guide to the other's culture, or learners watch a video about some events of different cultures. And that's it. Thank you so much guys for your attention. My name is Andres Felipe Oliveros and I hope that you learn a lot. I let you down the links of references if you want to learn more about ICC.